Arkansas Sports Network. This is the moment all these athletes have worked for all season long. High stakes, high energy, and the best talent in the state. And it's all coming together for one goal. Live from the Arkansas Sports Network, we're proud to present the 1A State Baseball Tournament. ASN, the pursuit of a title, starts right now. This broadcast is being brought to you by D3 Auto Sales, by Arkansas Tech University, by Tyson Foods, by Metcalf Trunking Company, and by Premier Facilities Group.
Welcome back to the beautiful campus of the University of the Ozarks here in Clarksville, Arkansas, for yet another 1A state tournament matchup. This time we have the St. Joseph Bulldogs taking on the Concord Bulldogs.
Pirates.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I don't know where I went with that, but I got it. Aaron's on top of things. Brad Caldwell here, along with Caden Hauser, Aaron Powers here as well, as we get ready to bring you some more baseball. It's been good baseball so far. Caden, you have been able to man the ship. You've been helping us steer this thing in the right direction, while I almost killed myself climbing a wall, putting up a center field cam.
And while you were out there, don't worry, I gave you your props. Every time I saw the head of Brad Caldwell out there, I gave.
He said
I
something.
gave
He's
the
like, Brad's
kudos.
out there working.
Brad's out there standing on top of the fence, even though he probably shouldn't be. But yeah, we got it up there now. Let's just show the people, just so they can see it.
And the hard work doesn't go unnoticed.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that went into that. More sweat and tears than anything. Thank God, no blood. I think if I'd drawn blood, I might have gave up on that one. But anyway, we've got it up. It is a beautiful day today. We've got clouds and we've got a good breeze, and it's not too hot out here. Let's hope it stays that way today for this great matchup. Looking forward to seeing these St. Joseph Bulldogs coming in with a big record, nice record on tap. One seed won yesterday, 15-0 over there at the Scranton site. I think, between them, maybe Taylor, maybe Midland, and I don't know, maybe you can probably throw in a team or two more, Mount Ida being the first one to punch their ticket into the semifinals. You got to say that maybe St. Joseph is right up there as one of the favorites.
Yeah, they can definitely do that here in this game. They have a prime chance to do it. Looking at the lineup for St. Joseph, leading off will be number 3, George here, followed by number 77, Travis Jackson. And then his brother, I'm assuming, number 88, Trevor Jackson. Number 7, Cy Davis. Number 4, Clayton Lee. Number 34, Owen Coney. Number 1, Xavier Stobaugh. Number 20, Pat Royal. And number 26, Caden Hollowell. This team is taking the field to start today's ball game.
And we're looking forward. We're getting ready for the first batter as the pitcher warming up right now. Been a great tournament so far. We're kind of maybe halfway, maybe a little bit more than halfway even. We're kind of already kind of running this thing down. Got softball going on the ASN High School if you want to check that out. In fact, Bradley and Wonderview are matching up right now. Scranton punched their ticket into the semifinals with a no-hitter.
Looks like they already started with 1-0. Whoever's
1-0. Hey, bro, this is not soccer.
Oh, might be. I don't know.
We don't do
1-0?
we don't do the nil thing.
Oh.
I heard you say pitch as well earlier, like yesterday, I think. I heard it like the baseball pitch. We don't do the pitch thing. We do the pitch thing. It's just not the field.
Then what is it?
It's the field.
Oh.
Baseball field, the diamond.
Oh,
Here we go.
The field.
First pitch is ready, and it will be a strike.
Leading off for Concord is going to be number 6, Braxton Witzner.
Give me the name of the man on the bump right now.
That's going to be number 7, Cy Davis.
Cy Davis comes with the next pitch, just a little bit outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Davis with the pitch. Offers at it, and strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Big swing and a miss there from
Yep.
Whistner, trying to establish some dominance early in this lineup.
And gets one out to right field. Right fielder on top of it. Can he get there? And it is fair. Oh, nope, just a little bit foul. Sight lines for me, just a little bit outside my sight line, but good opportunity there. Nice try there by the batter, and just couldn't keep it inside the line. So now still 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Nice pursuit, great hustle out there in right field. We haven't seen a lot of balls pulled that way in this tournament in general. A lot of balls have been sent to the left field wall. That's the first time we've really seen something taken opposite field.
Caden, if you will. And that's a little off-speed pitch, a slider, I believe, for strike 3. Caught him looking. Caden, if you don't mind, take a picture of that roster, those rosters for me there. Caden working his first tournament with us. We appreciate what he's doing.
Very thankful for the opportunity.
Here's the first pitch, foul back. And is that Job or Joby?
Job.
Job.
They have 2 Jobs.
Okay. Garrett. Is that right?
Garrett.
Garrett. I got to learn to read your writing now.
That is true.
Yeah.
I could send you their pictures as well.
That's okay. It's good. It's good. We'll get there. No, 1 ball, 1 strike. Is that right? That seems like wrong. Should be. Okay, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike here to Garrett. We'll get it together, guys. I promise. It's always a little bit rough as we get going. A little outside for a 3-1 count.
The pitchers in this tournament that have succeeded have always gained early advantages in these counts. Falling behind 3-1 is never favorable, especially in state baseball.
Here's the pitch. A little off, a little out, and Garrett draws the walk. We got a runner on first base, 1 out here for the third batter, and that is Trevor Jackson, number
88.
88. Is that what he's wearing? All right, here we go. We'll go with it. Trevor Jackson. I just caught number 8.
Had 88 on their scorecard.
Okay, well it's probably the same. Jackson here, and maybe somebody in the comments, if not, can let us know. Jackson stepping up to the plate. Davis's first pitch catches the outside, maybe third of the plate there for a strike. No balls and 1 strike here.
Runner not leading off too heavy on first.
Davis into the stretch. Here's the pitch. Little high fastball. Gets it past him. No balls and 2 strikes. You got to think here. 2 fastballs. No 0-2 count. You're probably looking at something off speed here. Maybe in the dirt. We'll see. No balls, 2 strikes. Throws back to first base. Nothing doing over there.
Third base is creeping in. Staying semi-close, not playing very far back in the dirt like the rest of the infielders.
Davis throws the old slider. He tried to game me. I think he slipped a little bit on the mound. Pretty good spot there. He didn't get it down to the dirt, but that would have been a tough pitch to hit. Good job by the batter, Jackson. There's another one. He offers that at that time, and they got him. I think Jackson disagreed with it. He thought he held up, but strike 3 nonetheless. Home plate umpire gets him, and now we've got number 7 there, and that is nope, that's the pitcher, Dalton Tucker at the plate. Runner on first base, 2 outs here as Davis in the stretch. Here's the pitch, a little slider.
And number 8 previously was Tyler Davis. I was looking at the wrong side of the scorecard. Both these teams wearing purple, white, and gold is kind of throwing me off here.
All right. Yeah, absolutely. I did the same thing. 1 ball, 1 strike is the count.
Home ump's holding 2 ball, no strike.
Yeah. Well, that's what it is then. Fastball hit up the middle. Shortstop's got it. Easy play. Goes to second base for the force out. And what do we got? Well, he's giving the base to the runner, and I did he call an obstruction there? Not sure what it was, but Concord gets another opportunity here as Reese Tharp comes to the plate. And the St. Joseph coach wanted an explanation. I'm not totally sure what. Oh, okay. So they called a balk. They called a balk on that pitch. So a balk, you don't see that too often. Balk on a batted ball. Yeah. Batter's got to go back. Balk was called. So now you got a runner on second base. Now, what does that count? I've not seen this too often.
I've never seen it, to be
A
quite
balk
frank.
on a batted ball. Is it a no pitch? I guess it is. So we got 2 balls and 1 strike again. Yeah, so no pitch, balk, and batter still in the box is Tucker. Two balls and now the home plate umpire getting a little bit testy there. Not liking what he's hearing out of the dugout there. He's getting it back under control here. So now the umpire says 2 balls and no strikes. That's what Aaron's got up here.
Mm-hmm. Well,
So-
I changed it after he
Okay.
held it up.
Gotcha.
So
All right, here we go. All of the ruckus is settled. Davis coming to the stretch. He is set. And now now we got some gamesmanship going on between the pitcher and the umpires and the batter.
First inning frenzy for sure.
Davis comes set. Here's the pitch. Gets it inside. Fought off to right field.
That's
That's
gonna
got
get
a
down.
chance, and it's down. Concord going to score a run, and that balk was huge. Throw comes into home plate, but it is not enough, and Concord gets on the board 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a blooper in this huge outfield. It's hard to play the whole field, especially when you got power hitters in this Concord lineup. You don't want to let anything get over your head.
Absolutely.
But the downside of that is leaving open so much room ahead of you in the outfield. And of course, you'd rather run up on it instead of go back.
And the outfield or the batter just kind of muscled it out there, got it out there, and it was enough for a hit and an RBI. Here's the pitch by Davis. He fouls one back, and it's going to go.
almost into the sound booth.
And there is a
Hey,
another
we
one.
get to keep another one.
Another one.
Third one. My goodness.
Yeah, if you weren't around yesterday, Aaron almost died. He's got a Band-Aid on right now
I'm
from the
fine.
impact
I
yesterday.
scraped it real bad.
You really couldn't have ever made me think that would happen. Off speed pitch,
I
just
could
off.
barely see it. The sun was catching it just right, and the tent was right in the way.
Aaron, we're sitting back behind the batter's box, just off to the right a little bit. Foul ball came back into our tent. Aaron is producing, hits him right in the chest.
Square.
Aaron
was meant
falls
for me.
back, hits his head on the concrete,
Scraped my elbow.
and there is strike 3. Davis, we'll finish that story after the break. Nice job by Davis to recover. Concord gets a hit with 1 run and 1 left on. We're going to the bottom of the first inning. St. Joseph coming to the bat, down 1-0. We'll be back in a moment.
Premier Facilities Group has completed some of the most challenging and rewarding construction projects across Arkansas. Today, our work extends across 4 core markets: commercial and residential building, industrial, and utility. That allows our company to construct projects that help shape and improve the landscape of the River Valley and beyond. A strong local presence and a vast network of resources allows us to provide best-in-class solutions for all of our clients. From small jobs to multi-million-dollar capital projects, PFG's employees and resources are dedicated to serving our clients and delivering strong results.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
If you were enjoying this broadcast and you want a shout out, we'll throw you a shout out. Just send us a little cash app at AR Sportsnet. We'll shout you out. We have had people do that. We had somebody hit us for $200 one time in a state playoff game. That was fun. State playoff football game. But anyway, anything helps us broadcast these type of things. I promise you. When we get cash apps, it's a big deal. That being said, also like, share, comment, and subscribe here on our YouTube. I think we had 200 and something.
And our Facebook.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we're over on Facebook as well. And if you're looking for softball, that's over on Arkansas Sports Network High School, Facebook and YouTube. Go ahead and subscribe over there while you're over there.
Well, we're excited about this game here. It's already shaping up to be a pretty good one. And again, Brad Caldwell, Caden Hauser, Brad, and Aaron Powers with us today on this broadcast. I'll finish the Aaron almost dying at the broadcast booth here. As the first pitch goes off to the right for a ball. But Aaron saw that foul ball, and it came back, hit him right in the chest, knocked him down.
I didn't even see it until it cleared the tent.
And ball hit right up the middle. Nice play by the shortstop. He comes up, makes the easy throw for the first out of the inning.
Well, quick at bat for George here, the leadoff batter for Joseph. But of course, you're not going to be mad with that type of contact on your first appearance with a brand new pitcher.
Now, did you not have 2 4-pitch innings with Mount Ida?
We did.
Or yesterday, this last game, I mean?
Just a couple hours ago. It was something. It was the first batter, and both took a first pitch ball and swung at the next. The next 2 batters' first pitch were swinging.
Wow.
Put them in play.
First pitch down for a ball, 1-0 count here. Second pitch off the plate. Evan Lee on the mound for the Pirates of Concord. At the dish is Travis Jackson. Jackson up 3-0 right now. Doubt he's getting a green light on this one. St. Joseph trying to get their first base runner of the game. Lee comes, throws off, and that's 4 straight balls there to Jackson.
Now, I can't help but notice, but within our third base view, or our cam, third base coach for St. Joseph does have a boot on with some crutches, and I just have to wonder what happened over there.
He blew out his Achilles tendon. That's
we're not sure doing what, but when I asked, that is what he said. He's like, I ruptured it completely.
Yeah. First pitch right down the middle belt high to Trevor Jackson. If they're not brothers, they missed a great opportunity. No balls and 1 strike to the brother Jackson. Wonder who's the oldest.
We got CTK says Jackson is 88 for SJS.
Gotcha. Yeah, we were looking at the wrong side there. Ball is off. Notice Lee's missing to the same side, and they call a balk. So this field umpire, he's on top of the balks. You've got to come set, and you've got to show that you're set for sure.
Now that gives another runner in scoring position. That's how the run came in to score in the top of the first.
That's right. That was a big play there in the top of the first for Concord. Now St. Joseph, now with the runner in scoring position. Here's the pitch. It's just a little bit outside. And the count is 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 runner on base. Ball is outside again. And again, he's missing to the same side right now. Anytime that you do that over and over, a little bit of a mechanical flaw, you try to figure out a way to fix that.
Usually on the release, typically maybe a little late coming out of the hand.
Right. Oh, nice play, though, by Lee.
To grab it himself.
And the runner advances to third base. Good sharp hit ball. Lee was able to handle it there, and he did a great job fielding his position. And now Cy Davis, the pitcher for the Bulldogs, coming up to the plate, trying to score the man from third base with 2 outs.
That was a big second out at that, because now the runner isn't that big of a threat. You pick up any outs, and he doesn't score. Of course, it's going to retire the side. But now If you just have one out, anything in the infield, likely to the opposite side, is going to score him just like that.
Yep.
And it's going to score him anyway.
Yep, sharply hit. First baseman couldn't come up with it. Davis helps his own cause, ties the ball game up at 1, and at the plate is Clayton Lee for St. Joe. Yep, that's right. Clayton looks like he's got a little bit of pop in that bat.
Outfielders notice that.
There's Lee. First pitch, he offers at it. Strike 1, foul tip, says the umpire.
And, that's an intimidating swing there at the plate. Just a lot of power behind that. You can tell that he is willing to drive that ball and bring that runner in from first with 2 outs. No need to play small here.
Pitch in the dirt, going to advance Davis into scoring position. Boy, it's such a important thing. Such an important thing to be in scoring position. That's so crucial. So now with 2 outs and a runner on second base, Lee trying to get an RBI here, fouls one off. Now he's down 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yes, sir.
Chase Kalen Williams says our coach likes doing hurdles to blow off steam. Unfortunately, he isn't as young as he used to be.
Well, you know what? I feel that. I feel that for sure. And there's no way that you could ever get me to even try that, even though I did climb up on the back of the fence today. Pitch, and he muscles it out to left field, and that one carries good way, and left fielder for Concord's able to handle it, and we've got a tie ball game as we go into the top of the second. 1-1 is your score as we go into the Concord at bat. We'll be back here in a moment. You're watching the Arkansas Sports Network coverage of the 1A State Baseball Tournament.
Look, everybody's talking about D3 Auto Sales, and I say to myself, there must be something special about this dealership, and it's their prices. You can get one of these vehicles right up here for not a lot of money, right? That's D3 Auto Sales in Desart, d3autosales.com. It's so hot, you're going to think my prices look like a mirage. Wrong. The prices on these trucks are the lowest prices ever. My trucks look different. Drink plenty of water and wipe your eyes. You're not going to believe these prices. Go to D3 Auto Sales on Facebook right now.
We see you. Your incredible potential and willpower set you apart. You're first to take that leap of faith. First to get to work. First to solve the problem. No burden should be carried alone. We'll be there. Every step, day, challenge. First is your destiny. We get it, because first is who we are.
Welcome back here to the Arkansas Sports Network coverage of the 1A State Baseball Tournament. Brad Caldwell, Caden Hauser, Aaron Powers here to bring you right along. Want to make you aware of Wilson. Wilson Sporting Goods is the oldest Arkansas Activities Association corporate sponsor. Wilson, the official ball sponsor of the AAA. Concord at bat here as we go into the top of the second. First pitch a little bit up and inside. And that is
Cartland Rogers.
Thank you, sir. Cartland Rogers here. I believe he is in the 6 hole for the Pirates. Concord, if you don't know where Concord is, up around Batesville area, up in that northeast Arkansas, getting up in that northeast Arkansas corridor. Rogers offered, and he was unable to connect. So 2 balls and 1 strike. You got to get familiar. Now, I know that a lot of people are fans, a lot of times of these 1A schools, so they know. But somebody might be saying, well, where is Concord, Arkansas at? I know I have been at one point or another. I've looked them up on the map.
And now we got a full count, 3-2, got to protect home plate.
Rogers. There we go. That's a pretty good pitch there. Looked like it caught good inner third of the plate. Good spot there. Lee is really working everything off his fastball. He throws a slider off that fastball. Really looks like a two-pitch pitcher, at least at this point right now. We haven't seen a whole lot more than that. High pitch for a ball. Fastball, looking at his fastball, probably upper 70s, low 80s. So he's bringing it pretty good. Offered, hit up to the shortstop, comes up, makes the throw, and he's out.
Yeah, quick 2 outs here, making quick work. Going to get their bats back up. Last inning, they did a really good job defensively. Just giving up the balk was unfortunate, and that's really the whole reason the run came around to score.
So coming to the plate is number 1, Titus Fife, and he will be followed by, I would assume, his brother Joe Fife. Here is the pitch.
2 brother pairings today, and they bat back-to-back on both lineups.
Davis just basically throwing that fastball up there and said, hit it if you can. Of course, his fielder's doing a good job behind him so far. Now there's an off-speed pitch.
And that also plays into why we're seeing more balls pulled to that right field side. Hitters are late on it, and a lot of these right-handed batters, of course, going to hit opposite way when they're behind on this fastball.
Good job by the catcher blocking it in the dirt. Well, I say the dirt. That's not the dirt. That's the turf. As you go, you see a lot less dirt and a lot more turf. But you get them true hops off that turf. 1 ball and 2 strikes here for Davis. He offers and fouls it back to the soccer field. I'll tell you what, if you haven't come out to the 1A state tournament, you really got to come out here and see this complex that they've got here at the University of Ozarks. It's a great one. There's what do you call that? You call it a slider or a curve?
Look more like a sliding action to me on it.
Yeah.
Kind of breaks more outward than down.
And there's the pitch right down the middle at the heart of the plate. Davis sets him down in order, and we're going to go to the bottom of the second inning, tied at 1. You're watching the Arkansas Sports Network coverage of the 1A state tournament, and we'll be back here in just a moment. At the plate for the Bulldogs, we got number 34. I believe that is
Owen Coney.
Oh, thank you. I'll get through them here in a minute. One day I'll get used to your writing, and I'll be like, all right, I know that.
The world today, I don't write often. I'm more of a typer.
Right. Not out here at the 1A baseball tournament, though. Not a whole lot of typing to be had here, except for Aaron. He's got the computer in front of him right now. First pitch was a ball. Second pitch also out. So 2 balls and no strikes here.
A big part of this tournament is staying disciplined and not trying to chase pitches. Even if you want to, players know they want to bats. Could be the last couple times they play, they want to get good base knocks. But really holding back and gaining these 3-0 counts is where you're going to thrive.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's not just this tournament. That's everywhere. You get a good 3-0 count, you're in good shape. Baseball is a lot about keeping the count in your favor, pitcher and batter. 3-0 count obviously favors the batter. Your 0-1s, your 1-1s, your 1-2s, even your 2-2s, they really favor the pitcher. Now I say 1-0. Obviously, you got to come back with a strike, but you get in those 2-1, 3-1 counts. Those are definitely batter's counts, and then obviously 3-0. Batter has the advantage in that situation. And good job there by the St. Joseph Bulldogs to get on base. And that first batter getting on base, they say that the statistic is that if you get on base with the first batter of the inning, 80% of the time he scores. And then they also say that 67% of statistics are made up on the spot. First pitch up and away.
Was that statistic made up on the spot?
It's for you to discern there.
It's one of the 33%.
I guess we'll test that 80% right
Well,
here.
60% of the time it works every time. Ball is out, and taking second base is Owen Coney. So St. Joseph in a good spot here. 2-0 here to the batter is Stowball. I believe that's Xavier. Stowball? Is that right?
Where at?
Number 1 for St. Joseph.
Yes.
Okay.
Stowball.
Stowball. So Stowball up 2-0 here.
If you got any comments, go ahead and drop them down in the chat. We'll read those out.
Yep, Aaron's getting bored now, so somebody talk to him.
It's baseball.
That
Baseball
pitch
front.
on the inside corner for a strike, that was a big pitch there. And the pitcher, Evan Lee, really needed that one. So 2 balls and 1 strike here. Runner in scoring position. Nobody out for St. Joseph here in the bottom of the second inning. He offers the bunt. Pretty good bunt going down the
Beauty.
first base line. Probably should have let that one roll. Really no shot at getting him. And
Definitely could have let that roll.
And it did look like it might have been moving over to that foul territory.
Well, he was going to make it anyway. There's no reason to not let it roll.
Exactly. Let it roll. Let's see what happens.
And if the guy starts to break for home, then you can pick it up.
So St. Joseph now threatening runners at the corners. Nobody out. At the plate is Pat
Royal.
There you go. Pat Royal. First pitch right down the middle for a strike.
Runners on the corners is always so tricky in this tournament and baseball in general. We see that first guy that's on first steal pretty often to get out of double play territory and put 2 in scoring position.
Yeah, you're also trying to tempt the catcher to go ahead and make
And
that
there he
throw, and he
goes.
is gone, and he's going to let it go, so there'll be no contest on that one.
And that's been the case a lot of the time here at this tournament is there's been no contest on runners breaking for second with someone on third.
Well, again, we're talking about levels of ball. We've talked about this a lot on broadcasts. High school ball, while it is a higher level of ball, it's still not the highest level. You just really can't take a chance. 2 balls and 1 strike after the fastball was high here, and St. Joseph is cooking right now with a good opportunity to score here. 2-1 is your count. Runners on second and third. Nobody out. Lee with the pitch. And it's hit to the second base side. Second baseman having a hard time handling, and that's going to score a run, and they are safe there. And this thing's starting to roll in St. Joseph's favor. As coming up to the plate is Caden
Hollowell.
Hollowell. I got it. I was going with it right there. I think we got a pinch runner coming in.
That is correct.
Yep.
And we'll still have these runners on the corners with no outs. Concord really in jeopardy of letting this game get out of hand pretty early. Of course, it's only the second inning, but you don't want to let them slip up into a big lead, especially with most likely one of their best pitchers on the mound.
Well, I really thought that runner would go ahead and go. He had a big lead there, but he decided to not go this time. I bet he's running this time. Huge lead. He's gone.
No contest. Not a lot of speed on the base pad there. I think you definitely could have got that with the throwdown if it's accurate. And I don't say I completely understand what the pinch run call was for yet.
Yeah. Now, one thing the pitcher could have helped him out just a little bit, helped himself out by trying to hold, but obviously you're not going to make too many throws back to first base on that with a runner at third base, especially if you don't feel like you can make that play. So now you've got runners in scoring position again. 2-1 count here to the 9-hole hitter. Hits it up the middle, shortstop able to handle it. Trying to get the one out. He does get the out at first, but there's another runner that scores, and that is a nope, wrong side here. That's Stowball. Stowball scores, makes it 3-1 here, St. Joseph, and now you got the top of the lineup back up.
Yeah, you take this 2-run lead here in the bottom of the second, and you still have a runner in scoring position on third, and now just with one out, I mean, you really have a good opportunity to still bring him in with any type of ball that's in play.
Big swing there by George here.
I thought that was the second out. I already had one out.
Well, they didn't get the play at second. It was safe. Yeah.
Okay. That was my.
No balls and one strike here to here. Little off-speed pitch, and they got a balk. They're going to give him
Wow.
home, and that's going to be the third run of the inning scored here. And
The balk has been a
yeah,
constant story of this game so far, not just for one side, it's been for both sides.
yep, they're really watching that coming set.
I wonder if that's a talk that they had pregame.
I'm sure that they had to have made the coaches aware of that. That you got to make sure that you come set. I mean, it is obviously a part of the emphasis of this game. Pitch is high. I feel like that Lee's a little bit rattled after that last balk call. He came back through a little bit of heat there on his first pitch, and maybe a little bit harder on that second pitch, but missed his spots on both. And now it's 2 balls and 1 strike here.
I mean, you see here at the plate, he's very calm, no sense of urgency. Even with the pitcher maybe getting rattled, he's not letting that affect his gameplay.
So 3 balls and 1 strike, 2 here. Got a good count. And ball's hit in between shortstop and third. Base hit there for the Bulldogs, and the Bulldogs offense has woke up here in the bottom of the second.
And that's where the most hits have came throughout this whole tournament. It's been through that hole between shortstop and third, sending a lot of worm burners right through there. And now bringing up the 2-hole hitter in Travis Jackson with just one out. Let's see if they could make the runner move.
Travis and Trevor, back-to-back hitters here for the Bulldogs. Concord kind of on their heels right now, needing something good to happen. A little high pitch, and it's coming right back here to the patio area.
Hit the umbrella.
Yeah. We just got a baseball, and I was able to give it to a kid, and I think that baseball's going to go back to the field. Big lead over there, and he is gone. First move, there's no need to
Gonna make
throw.
a throw.
Yep. Yeah, that one, he was there. There was no need to throw that one. Made the attempt anyway, but easy steal there for here. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner on second base with a score at 4-1. Jackson at the plate. Pitch fouled off once again, going back over our heads. Aaron got a little PTSD on that one.
Just a little bit.
I think the shiver went down his spine. Maybe a little cold chill even.
Can you blame him?
And I can't. Oh, that's a good pitch right there. And the ball's dropped. And he's out for out number 2. And Jackson was just froze right there with the fastball. So coming to the plate is the brother Jackson, Trevor Jackson. We got a Trevor Jackson fan right over here beside us.
Yeah, we still have this runner in scoring position. It'll be crucial to see if they can bring him in and not leave runners stranded.
First pitch is offered at strike one. Evan Lee settled down just a little bit here to get the brother Jackson, and now he's trying to get the other Jackson. Here's the pitch. A bit high. Trevor Jackson didn't look like he was too tempted by that one. One, 2 outs, runner on second base. He's gone, going for 3, and easy steal there.
Yeah, throw didn't have a whole lot of might on it. It was kind of went to his opposite side. That's a hard turn and throw to make.
Yeah, he never came off his knee, and he had to throw over the batter. That batter's box is the batter's. You got to throw around them. Ball outside. 3 balls and 1 strike here to Trevor Jackson. Got the Wonderview Lady softballs over here. There. I don't know who won that. Well, they hadn't played yet. They're playing next, I believe. That fastball is high for ball 4, and I'll tell you what, this middle of the lineup here for St. Joseph, you got to be careful with them because you can get run out of the building here pretty quick. And this is the 4-hole hitter, and this is the pitcher, Davis. And he looks good in the box. And behind him, you got Clayton Lee. This is a dangerous combination.
Yeah, with 2 runners already on the corners and the ones running.
Lee sends that one way out there for a foul ball. Hit that off the end of the bat.
Cy Davis has a chance to pick up an RBI, potentially 2. In an inning that's already brought in 3 runs.
Get out there around that center field area, and I promise you're going to score that guy from first base. Runner's gone. Pitch is outside. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Runner on third is definitely teetering with that home plate arm, trying to get him to make a throw. He hasn't seen a whole lot of power out of it, so he's not too frightened by a potential check.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here. Here's the pitch. Ball is down. Two balls and 1 strike. Count in the favor of Davis. Fastball coming right back at us, and it hit the net. Aaron said his prayers and ate his vitamins and was so happy that one didn't get over the net because that was coming right at us.
That was right at the top. Hit that top line.
Just
I could
don't
see it that time.
just don't hit the Hollyland, please,
Please.
or the camera. Fastball is
Please don't hit
up,
anything.
right? Full count now.
Runner would have been on the move anyway.
He's got to see a fastball here. I figured Davis knows that.
See if he chases outside of the zone. He
And
won't.
he won't. It's ball 4. So we got bases loaded now for the big fella, Clayton Lee. And we got a pinch runner. Concord coach not making any trips to the mound right now, but you got to think that if Lee gets a hit, we're going to see a visit at least.
And with bases loaded, this is a shaky scenario for both squads, of course. A lot less for St. Joseph, but they know they can really break this game open already leading by 3.
First pitch is right there for a strike.
And if you're Concord, really trying to get out of this, you have the 2 outs. Any base, literally.
The thing for Lee right now is you don't try to do too much. Just put the bat on the ball. Lee fouls it off.
Well, he put the bat on the ball.
Yes, he did.
Went over there and almost took out our Went close to our hospitality room. That'd be a shame if it took that out.
That's the first thing that Caden asked me about. He's like, where is the hospitality room?
I'm a man that's not
I feel
afraid of
that,
getting his
yeah.
free food.
Lee hits it to the shortstop. Shortstop comes up, makes the throw, and across the
In time.
diamond in time for the out. Concord gets away with, I would say, as little damage as possible there. 4-1 is your score as we go to the top of the third. We'll be back here in a moment. You're watching the 1A State Baseball Tournament right here on the Arkansas Sports Network.
Premier Facilities Group has completed some of the most challenging and rewarding construction projects across Arkansas. Today, our work extends across 4 core markets: commercial and residential building, industrial, and utility. That allows our company to construct projects that help shape and improve the landscape of the River Valley and beyond. A strong local presence and a vast network of resources allows us to provide best-in-class solutions for all of our clients. From small jobs to multi-million-dollar capital projects, PFG's employees and resources are dedicated to serving our clients and delivering strong results.
Everyone tells you to think about the future, but we know there's growth in the journey. At ATU, we value this moment because here, nature becomes your classroom. So breathe it in. You've got this. Right here, right where you are. Focus on the now, because our focus is on your success.
We want to thank Arkansas Tech University for being a part of our sponsorship team now. Gosh, 4 years. D3 Auto Sales as well. And been home of the MVP. We really got to revamp this MVP for baseball and softball. We got to get some more interest in it. Fly ball on the first offering here in the top of the third to center field is caught for the out. I'll tell you what, the MVP this year for D3 Auto Sales for football, man, hundreds of thousands of votes on that thing. It was wild. It was wild. We got to get the same interest for basketball and baseball and softball. First pitch, off speed, slider for a strike. Caden, I cut you off there. You about to say something there, bud?
Yeah, this flips over the order for Concord. It brings up Braxton Witzner. It's their second time through. Let's see if that brings them any more luck. Of course, they saw the pitcher first time through. A little rough. They brought on 1 run in that first inning thanks to a balk, but now on their second time through, they have a lot better chance.
Ball is hit off to right field. Right fielder calls off the second baseman. Can of corn there for out number 2. Davis had 57 pitches coming into this inning, and Concord's helping him out by giving him a short inning here. 2 down here in the top of the third inning. Here's the first pitch to Joel Garrett.
And 57 already, over 60 now for sure is a little frightening if you're a St. Joseph fan for a pitcher that you're wanting to last long in this game.
There's another offering for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike here. You get out of here with this batter, and you really set yourself up. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 down here in the.
With how fast he's throwing, the high heater is just going to be hard to catch up to.
Yes, it is. Ooh, good spot. Good spot. Just missed off the outside corner there. Didn't chase. Nice job by the batter. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Slider, he did chase that one in the dirt. Catcher comes up, makes the easy throw, and that is going to be your inning. Or half inning, I should say. Quick half inning there for the St. Joseph Bulldogs in the field. They're going to go to the plate. Up 4-1. We'll be back here in just a moment.
Everybody's talking about D3 Auto Sales in Des Arc. Little town, big dealership, okay? And I asked myself, what is it? Is it the pricing? Yes, the pricing. You can get one of these nice vehicles for not a lot of money. Don't be a loser. Follow us on Facebook, d3autosales.com.
We see you, Your incredible potential and willpower set you apart. You're first to take that leap of faith. First to get to work. First to solve the problem. No burden should be carried alone. We'll be there. Every step, day, challenge. First is your destiny. We get it, because first is who we are.
If you're liking what you see here on the screen and enjoying the broadcast, Cash App us here at hashtag AR Sportsnet. We've got a new pitcher in the ball game here for Concord, and he is a southpaw.
It's going to be number 8, Tyler Davis. He's hitting in the 3-hole in this lineup.
Give him a little bit of a different look here.
Seen a lot more left-handed pitchers today.
Boy, that just throwing from that other side, it's a little bit more, it's a little difficult. I say difficult, you're just not used to it. You know, what is it? 10% of the world is left-handed, something like that.
Well, 67% of statistics are made up on the spot, so
Yes,
that could be made up on the spot too.
it could be. I will say that one isn't. I guess I'm speculating more than anything. Aaron said 5% of the world. Are you Googling?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, my father is left-handed, and I always thought he had to work for that. I thought he was right-handed originally. I thought everyone was right-handed originally, and if
Yeah.
you wanted to be left-handed, you had to work for it.
Yeah, my mother's left-handed, so yeah.
And he always did things with his left hand, and I was just always so puzzled as a kid.
Yeah.
He was just like, how do you do that?
It's
I
interesting.
can't.
It's interesting, isn't it?
If I try to throw a baseball with my left hand, it's not pretty.
One of one of my top pitchers is left-handed on my 10U team, and it definitely makes a difference. Good little pitcher. Good little pitcher. Grayson Huffman is his name. Be one to watch out for him
It is
coming up.
estimated that 10 to 13% of
Okay,
people.
see? I mean, I was right on base with that, man.
The last biggest recorded data that they have for it was from 1975, where
Well-
9.6% of people in the world were
I
left-handed.
feel like there's almost more ambidextrous people than there is left-handers.
You know, you see kids now throwing with both hands. That's an interesting deal.
The St. Louis Cardinals have a guy like that.
Yeah. So, is he from Mississippi State?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. He was throwing 90 miles an hour. That's an interesting deal. First pitch is a strike here for the new pitcher, Tyler Davis.
Yeah, we got to talk to Mount Ida after that past game. Just talk about playing in a different ballpark. It's the same for these two teams here. They played in Scranton yesterday. And they said the main factor is just telling how the ball bounces off the artificial dirt. You can really tell that he said balls bounce more true.
Yeah, they do. You're not going to get bad hops, but you're going to get faster hops. Ball's going to be moving to you quicker. Ball's outside.
That came from Kane McAuliffe. He was batting in the 3-hole today for Mount Ida, and his brother Eli McAuliffe was batting 4, and he was the pitcher.
Winner of this game gets Mount Ida tomorrow in the early session, which will be at 2 p.m.
And so yet again tomorrow in the semifinal in this matchup, that matchup at least, we will have a pairing again, most likely of brothers playing each other that bat back to back, because both these lineups have that, and so does Mount Ida.
Good job battling there by Coney. He was down 1-2 and ended up getting a walk there. Now, if you're Concord right now, you definitely want to try to keep that lineup from rolling over this inning. You want to try to battle them out. You don't want this offense to get going again here for the Bulldogs. Top of that lineup, top 5 in the lineup, pretty salty here for the Bulldogs. So if you can keep them from rolling it over, you could probably minimize some damage here. But boy, if they roll it over here, it could be trouble.
They got Casey Poole says, "Let's go Cy."
They're pretty close to rolling that lineup over with the 7-hitter up.
There's a pitch.
It was a really good job by Concord in that last inning to have bases loaded with 2 outs and get out of that jam with no runs given up.
Yeah, they were really in a pickle there, and they got out of it. I don't know how much you can play with fire, though, throughout the game. We'll see. There's a pitch. It's a little bit high. Makes it 3 balls and 1 strike here. It's a stow ball. There's the pitch, and it's high, a little outside.
And you catch a big difference in these teams. For instance, just watching Mount Ida last game, their head coach, and we talked to him after the game, said they gave up way too many walks. But another part of that was they had 2 4-pitch innings. That's because those pitchers, they trust their defense behind them. They're not trying to paint corners or do anything fancy, but just putting a ball where it can be put in play and trusting the gloves that you have behind you. And I think that's something that could work for Concord if they potentially do it, especially with the bottom of this lineup. But painting the corners isn't going to work either because now you have 2 runners on or 1-0 count facing you with no outs.
Yeah, you got to come to him here. You really don't want to walk him. Davis struggling a little bit here. That pitch on the inside corner.
I feel like almost, and of course you can have an opinion on this, of course, as a coach. I would rather give up hits for runs than walks. I would rather give up the hits because, I mean, you have a chance of getting that out. If you're walking people around, you're giving your defense no chance to even make a play.
Oh, most definitely. Walking people will lose you ball games. Now, if you force them to hit it and they just out hit you and they score, then that's one thing. But you're giving them the game in so many ways when you walk them. So, 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Royal.
Especially in 4 or 5 pitches, that's when it's really scrutinizing for a team. They can flip 2 here.
And they might. They throw it in. They got it. Nice play in the middle there by Concord, rolling the double play. Second base, shortstop combination right there. And another opportunity to possibly dodge a bullet here for the Concord Pirates.
Yeah, the 4-6-3 double play is always a nice turn, especially for Concord. Gives you a little bit of momentum rolling in to this final batter in the lineup in Hollowell. This lineup will flip over after this, but if you don't have to face that till next inning, that would be optimal, especially with a runner on third.
We got Wonderfew and Bradley going on behind us in softball. I think, well, I don't know who's up right now. Maybe Bradley's up 3-0. I'm not sure. My guess is Bradley because they're in the first base dugout. That's my guess. They're the visitor. First pitch is a strike here by Davis. Second pitch comes inside. Oh, caught the corner there. Guys, I got to take a phone call real quick. Apologize.
You're good. It's Brad Caldwell, CEO of the Arkansas Sports Network.
Now with no balls, 2 strikes. Next delivery, put foul down the third base line. Wish I could take a phone break. It's not an actual phone call. It's just TikTok calling me. It's close enough.
Oh, with him, it's always someone important.
What a grab by man on the mound. Runs it over, and that'll be out number 3. That'll take us to the end of the third. Concord gets out, leaving some runners stranded, always picking up also a very nice 4-6-3 double play. Takes us to the end of this third inning, but St. Joseph still holds this 4-1 lead.
We'll be back with more coverage of the 1A baseball tournament right here on the Arkansas Sports Network.
Everyone tells you to think about the future, but there's power in the process. We value this moment because at ATU, every moment brings you one step closer to what comes next. You've got this. Right here, right where you are. Focus on the now, because our focus is on your success.
back here in the top of the fourth inning, Concord trailing 4-1, trying to get back, and Davis, the pitcher, now at the plate. Right-handed hitter, left-handed thrower. You don't see that often. See the right-handed thrower and left-handed hitter more, but left-handed thrower, right-handed hitter here. No balls and 2 strikes to Davis. And that pitch is down for a ball. Cy Davis. We got 2 Davises on the mound right now. Could they be related? They could be. It doesn't mean they are.
Davis is pretty common.
I'm just saying it's an opportunity. It's a possibility. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good off-speed pitch there by Cy Davis. And he gets a strikeout in the first out of the inning. You feel like Cy Davis is really getting to be a little bit just efficient. Seems like the last few innings for him have just been boom, boom, boom. He's hitting stride a little bit here.
Really starting to settle into this game after that first inning. That balk kind of threw him off, but ever since then, been smooth sailing. And now he's 3 1/3 through.
Ball a little bit outside and a little bit high. And he hits a line drive. Second baseman right there to catch it, though.
That's number 77, Travis Jackson. Almost had to make the throw to his brother at first base, Trevor Jackson.
Travis and Trevor.
At first and second.
Yeah. Number 88, number 77.
It's interesting how many brother pairings we have.
Yeah, it is. It is interesting.
Both these teams had it. Mount Ida had it too.
First pitch, a strike, off-speed pitch. Another off-speed pitch. I'll tell you, he's dealing right now. When you can throw that off-speed pitch as consistently as he is throwing it for a strike, it means you're warm. And, I mean, he got that fastball. I thought, that's going to be 1, 2, 3 right there. But just a little high, a little outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on here for the Pirates. Here's the pitch, and he offers. Ball in the dirt. Can he get to first? Catcher comes up throwing. Good dig there by Jackson, and that's going to be
great play.
The end of the top of the fourth inning. We're going to go to bottom of the fourth inning. St. Joseph leading 4-1. We'll be back here in a moment. You're watching Arkansas Sports Network coverage of the 1A state tournament. Welcome back to the 1A State Baseball Tournament. If you're enjoying what you see, hit us with the Cash App AR Sportsnet.
Don't forget to give us a like, hit that subscribe button.
Yes,
Share this
sir.
out with your friends and family. Let them know you're watching.
Chat with Aaron.
Yeah, I'm here.
Aaron needs a girlfriend. Anybody out
Sure.
there? If anybody's out there's nice and loving.
Casey Poole says, "Yay, way to go."
All right.
I assume that's the
Is that all we got right
top
there?
of the inning. Yes.
Somebody removed some messages. Somebody's being not very nice in there.
We have 174 live devices currently.
Ball off the plate inside. 2 balls and 1 strike.
This top of the lineup back up for St. Joe. It'll be interesting to see if they can really start to tune into this Concord pitching.
3-1. St. Joe's doing a good job of working the counts a little bit more. Of course, I think that Davis is doing a good job of throwing strikes for St. Joe. Not to say that the Davis for Concord is not, but I think he's probably struggling a little bit more than Cy Davis is for St. Joe, throwing more pitches per inning right now. Full count, and it's high, ball 4. And last time that here was on base, he really pushed the steal. Now, left-handed pitcher on the mound, you're probably going to stay a little bit closer to the base. Up to the plate, Travis Jackson. Right back at him there. Just letting him know that he sees him.
Yeah, they're going to steal. It's going to be a lot more ornery now over there. Not going to let them get any leeway on that bag.
So pretty good lead out there. Pitch high.
Davis, he does break for a steal. He'll be the first to know.
Yeah, Davis looked a little frustrated on that pitch. Maybe he wanted that one a little bit more. Here really not looking like he's going to steal. If you just look at his lead.
Without any outs, there's probably a little less urgency.
Ball hit up the middle and just over second base. Here makes a turn, but nothing doing there. Gets back to second base, and now St. Joe back to with 2 men on, nobody out. And is this Travis Jackson? Is that right? Trevor Jackson.
Shoeless Trevor Jackson.
Yeah, that one just barely squeezed past both gloves of second base and shortstop for Concord and almost just hit right on the bag.
Oh, yeah, it went right over second base. So here's Trevor Jackson, 3-hole hitter. Davis. Look at Davis. You watch his body language there. He's a little bit frustrated right now.
Which is bound to happen.
Yeah. And they're going double steal, throwing to third base. He is there.
Got to stay firm on the bag there, even though it took that bounce. Can't back up.
2 balls and no strikes. Oh, I'm sorry. 1 ball and 1 strike. Is that right? Let's look at what the umpire says.
Sometimes he says that. He doesn't say it all the time.
And I just want to let you know, Mr. Caldwell, that half of my left leg is sunburned after yesterday.
Yeah, I know. I moved you into the good position.
Only
though,
half of it.
right? I know.
It's like split right down the middle.
I see it from here.
Like my whole calf is over here is just red, and the other, my right half of my
Yeah.
left calf is just white.
Man, I'll tell you though, that pitch is a little bit high, but he offers at it 2-2. I love the relaxed atmosphere of the baseball softball tournament. It's an interesting dynamic compared to what you have in basketball. Just out here having a good time, being part.
Basketball doesn't sunburn me.
This is true, and good pitch there by Davis. Got him on the inside corner, kind of tied him up. And 1 down here, and can Concord figure out a way again?
You know, I think they can. It's just it's really in their heads at this point. If they believe they can and they don't put themselves out of this game, I think converting on that 2-out opportunity with the bases loaded helped out a lot.
I think that was an off-speed pitch there out of his hand. 1 ball, no strikes, and catcher pitcher going to converge there, have a little conversation.
Figuring out where to go for lunch.
He's just kind of trying to break that rhythm of frustration, I think. As a pitcher, you got to stay locked in. That you want to talk about the loneliest part in the world when you're a pitcher can't throw strikes. Jackson hits it right at, I'm sorry, that's Davis. It hit it right at center field. Got a tag up and a score. Sacrifice fly on the hit there. And nice job there by Cy Davis to help his cause. I believe he's got 2 RBI in this game.
Yeah, it's a great piece of base running for the St. Joseph team. Both runners advance. Originally, the runner on second wasn't going to go. Then he saw the errant throw headed to the plate. Decides to advance. Now you got a runner on the far corner. You got a prime chance to bring him in as well, but you got 2 outs, so it's going to have to be a base knock.
At the plate here. We got Lee again. Lee looks at the first one. I'll tell you what, yeah, I just look at Lee and I feel like if you see fastball on the inner third, he could drive one. That was that. There it was right there. I'll tell you,
All in one.
I'll tell you what they're doing.
I think that landed in the trash can. It's inside of that.
They're just pulling off the ball just a little bit. And that's causing to foul some of those pitches off. Here's another one, and he drives it again back. I mean, it's coming in, but man, I'll tell you right now, you gotta keep your head on a swivel around here. Now, while this is nice, this is a disadvantage too, doing fields this way because you can foul balls off and hit people in the head and whatever. I figure at some point they're gonna find a way to put a.
Were you here when that softball came and hit somebody down here?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, smacked him in the back of the head.
That's tough.
He was fine. I mean, or he looked fine.
1 ball, 2 strikes, and got him on the off-speed pitch. And again, Concord was able to kind of get themselves out of trouble and keep themselves in the ball game. We're going to the top of the 5th. St. Joe leads 5-1. We'll be back here in just a moment. You're watching the Arkansas Sports Network coverage of the 1A state tournament.
Premier Facilities Group has completed some of the most challenging and rewarding construction projects across Arkansas. Today, our work extends across 4 core markets: commercial and residential building, industrial, and utility. That allows our company to construct projects that help shape and improve the landscape of the River Valley and beyond. A strong local presence and a vast network of resources allows us to provide best-in-class solutions for all of our clients. From small jobs to multi-million-dollar capital projects, PFG's employees and resources are dedicated to serving our clients and delivering strong results.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Welcome back to the 1A State Baseball Tournament presented by Centennial Bank on Arkansas Sports Network. Circle K is the official convenience store of the AAA with food, fuel, snacks, drinks, and more. Make Circle K your only stop while traveling.
First pitch down, it was a ball and fouled back on the second offering there. At the plate is that Cortland Rogers? Is that Cartland?
Cartland.
Cartland Rogers. with the crayon bat. And he throws that high fastball, can't catch up with it. You ever seen the crayon bat?
I have not.
I have.
Yeah.
I have. In my spare time, I do work at Dick's Sporting Goods, so that and the pencil bat is a hot topic for high school ball.
Off-speed pitch. I tell you, man, Davis, he has settled in here. And, I mean, these middle innings, he has just been on point. Fastball fouled off himself.
Softball is about to close out a shutout. I don't know who.
174 live devices. Thank you to everyone watching.
Fastball, slider off the plate there. 1-2 strikes. One down here in the top of the fifth. He doesn't offer at that one. Evens the count up at 2-2 strikes.
You know, today I really have been impressed by these outfielders being able to track ground. Let's see if they can do it here. First base pursuing and can't get to it.
Fouled out of play there.
But for how big this outfield is, the fielders have done a phenomenal job of not letting anything get over their heads or really into the gaps. Extra base hits have been scarce today and yesterday.
I'm still waiting for the first ball to go out of here.
That's not going to happen. The one that we had yesterday that hit the big old 55 out there on Lonnie Arqual's field was probably the closest we're going to get.
I'll tell you what, man, that Midland group, they've got some dudes, don't they? Fastball right down Broadway, strike 3. I don't know if they're watching or not right now, but they've got some football playing looking dudes on their team. And, yeah, they got out there. There was a few of them that went out there, but
they
one
had
of
back to back.
One of them, if it hadn't have been, so you got the wall, which is at least 8 foot tall. But then you've got the metal that goes above that is at least another 8 foot tall. So you're talking about at least 16 feet, if not 20. And had that metal part not been here, we would have had a ball hit out of the park. And yeah, it's a shot out there. It really is. And not just in center, which is 407 feet. Ball chased down by Jackson, second base, and another swift inning here, at least a half inning. We're going to the bottom of the fifth inning. St. Joe still leads 5-1. We'll be back here in just a moment. You're watching the 1A State Tournament on ASN.
Everybody's talking about D3 Auto Sales, and I say to myself, there must be something special about this dealership, and it's their prices. You can get one of these vehicles right up here for not a lot of money, right? That's D3 Auto Sales in Desart, d3autosales.com.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Welcome back to the 1A State Baseball Tournament, bottom of the fifth inning. St. Joe back at the plate. Davis battling out there as the second pitcher for Concord today.
And you know, at the plate, this Concord lineup, they only have 6 outs remaining on their season to chip back into this lead.
Well, I like the toughness of this team, though. I mean, this game has shown signs of getting away. at times. Off-speed pitch. He fooled him a little bit, but he was able to foul it back. But Davis up no balls and 2 strikes. But the grittiness of this Concord team, again, this game could have gotten away, and it just hasn't. They've been able to battle. Right now, though, Cy Davis, good pitch. Just off the plate there. But Cy Davis for St. Joe is really doing a good job on the mound himself and holding down Concord. But you got to give a lot of credit to the Pirates here for being able to stay in this ball game. Ball off the plate,
And
2-2.
in this game total, I don't feel like we've seen some walks, but we haven't seen any hit batters.
Yeah. Yep. It's been a pretty well played game so far. Not real sloppy. Ball thrown down. Little low fastball fouled straight back.
And the 4 straight scoreless innings for Concord is really a testament to the pitching of St. Joseph that has been carried by Cy Davis.
Oh, that one is smoked. What happened to my ears? That's
Wow.
way back in left center field. It makes it back to the warning track. Going to third base. He's going to get there on the slide, and that is going to be one heck of a hit. Maybe the longest hit we've seen so far, even though it stayed in the park.
I think that's pretty.
would
I
say
think
so.
airtime almost. I think that was the best hit ball we've had.
I would agree with you.
Gone, yeah.
That was phenomenal. I mean, he absolutely drilled that ball to left center. You could tell off the bat that is going to have some crazy carry on it. I mean, as soon as he hit it,
Oh, he smoked that ball. And that's coming from the bottom of the lineup here. I mean, you're talking about, or lower in the lineup anyway. That's Coney. I mean, you can tell, though, he's got some pop. I mean, just a good-sized kid there. Left-handed hitter, and he drove it back to left center field there. I mean, in the spot that he hit it, he probably hit it about 370, probably
and
somewhere
if
out there.
we're in Scranton like they were yesterday,
Oh, that's a goner. That's a goner for sure. Fouled straight back here, and 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now, I didn't get a chance to look at all the dimensions at Scranton, but I know it's basically right dead center field, 300 feet. And then they have some weird angles that kind of jut out. You kind of got it power alleys at about 325. I don't know exactly down the lines. It's different. Literally, the center field fence kind of goes up against the school, and so they've got some. It's an interesting field there, but yeah, I think they had a couple home runs over there yesterday, but obviously we haven't seen anything over here over the first 2 days.
which given the same size, we would have had a couple home runs here yesterday as well. I feel
Oh
like.
yeah, for sure. For sure. But, this is a college baseball field for a reason. And anytime you bring high school players on a college field, you're not going to see that many home runs. Full count here as the ball's fouled off, and it's headed over into the softball park.
Almost thought it was gonna hit them. Getting
Bradley
kinda
Bears
close.
look like that they took down the Wonderview, so they're moving on into the semifinals in softball. Pitch. Oh, good pitch there by Davis. Froze him.
Yeah, that was a nasty pitch there, bringing up the close to the top of the lineup.
Yeah, we're down in the 8 hole now. Pat Royal at the plate. Here's the first pitch, and it is popped up. Catcher trying to get to it. He can't quite get there.
So close though.
Tell you what, you don't see these St. Joe players just going up there trying to walk. They are swinging the bat. They're being aggressive. I tell you, they haven't struck out that much today. I mean, a few times, but even as they've been aggressive, they've also been pretty smart with their swings. I think he tried to throw a curveball there, just didn't get on top of it. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner on third base here. Royal at the dish, trying to get an RBI. Well, anything that goes off to that right-hand side of the field, you've got to think that they're probably going to score him.
Anything into the outfield as well, unless it's shallow pop-up.
Yeah, yeah. I would say if they're able to come forward on it and they catch it close to the infield, you might see him hold up. But anything that's where those outfielders are right now, it's an easy score.
Now, with the situation they're in, of course, this would be a little bizarre. But say it's a deep foul ball down that right line. Is there any scenario where you pull off of it and don't catch it because you know it's going to bring in a run?
You might head up, head up, head up, head up. Oh wow, that was
And
coming.
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm
You got.
ready.
I
Yeah.
mean, can you get them hands up? Yeah. You don't have room to fall back either because I'm sitting right
No.
behind you this time.
Oh, I'm standing straight up. That's what's gonna happen.
There's a pitch down in the zone here, so we're going to a full count.
Something's gonna happen.
Yeah, that one was close. That looked like a similar trajectory to what we saw yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Wind's blowing out a little bit now. Ball down. Nice job by Pat Royal to get a walk, and now we're in the 9 hole here, and it's Caden Hollowell, I should say. So we've got Nemo Vista coming up next against Columbia Christian, I believe, and then the nightcap will be Taylor and Midland. That should be worth
That will
the
be a
box
great game.
office.
And same pinch hitter coming in again for St. Joseph, number 6. Checked in earlier to pinch run. And again.
Here's the pitch.
He's going to run. Oh,
Yep.
I thought he was checking down. Got up.
Well, they did a little. There was a little bit of deception there. They were trying to act like they were throwing it down, but they weren't. Cut off by the pitcher. Good job there. Nice little play. 1 down, 2 runners in scoring position now. Nice job by Davis to get that strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 2 runners on for Conway St. Joe. You've got to think Concord's got to try to keep them down. In fact, if it were me right now this is just me, I'd probably have the infield in. I'm probably going to try to cut the run down.
Yeah, I definitely don't hate that idea, but
Ball goes to shortstop.
there it would have helped
Yeah,
out.
and that's exactly what I'm talking about. Now, would he have made the play? I don't know, but at that point, if he's at the edge of the grass there, I'm not sure he tries to score on that one. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, the run would be a lot more in jeopardy of scoring if you do have someone on the edge of that grass, right about where Blue is at right now. Just have him playing in that sort of area, because if it gets
yeah,
over your head, you're bringing in a run anyway.
and he's gone first. On first movement, Davis throws a strike, so he's up on here no balls to 1 strike here. Now 2 runners in scoring position again for St. Joe. A drive back to
Wow.
deep left center field, and it goes off the wall.
What a hit.
And that's going to score 2, and George here is going to stand up at second base. That was a good shot. And again, you want to talk about the depth of the park. That ball right there is a home run in almost every high school park that there is. He hit it right off the middle of the wall, dropped the bat head, and Conway St. Joe up 8-1. And now the coach for Concord will come out. I don't know if he's going to make a change or just talk to the pitcher right now, but
Yeah, and that's the game-winning run that they have at the plate now in Travis Jackson. And I mean, truly, that was one of the best hit, if not the best hit ball we've seen. Pure contact right off the bat, had good exit velocity. Truly couldn't ask for a better base knockout of your leadoff hitter than George here. That was beautiful.
yeah, good shot there. And I mean, another good 350, 360 hit out there into the gap. But when you see if you can see, you probably can't quite see. It's 305 to left, but the fence goes straight out to center. It's not a circle. It's an absolute straight line. And in fact, where you get that corner where it meets in center field, it's probably about 420 feet out there.
Right where our cam is at. Yeah, probably about 420. And it's a first pitch ball.
220 live devices. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Anybody saying anything in there?
No, sir.
Man, it's quiet. A lot of quiet people in there.
Not since the last we had.
So we got, is this Travis? I believe it is Travis Jackson at the dish. One out here for the Bulldogs.
Runner.
Yeah, they're trying to get him to balk there. Tell you what, here is a menace on the base paths. I mean, he has stole like
At least two bases
two or
today.
three bases for sure. Ball outside. Of course, Davis is having to not only concentrate on throwing strikes, but also knowing that here is on base. And the winner of this game moves on to take on Mount Ida tomorrow for a chance to go to the Spa City. All down, and Travis Jackson gives way to Trevor. Is that correct, or is it the other way around?
Yes, this will give way to Trevor, and then on deck will be their pitcher, Cy Davis.
Yeah.
We're going to get another mound visit.
Yeah, we're getting a new pitcher. And coming in is going to be the third baseman. And what number do you see his number there?
Getting a good look. Looks like number.
I believe it's 6, is it not?
Feel like I saw 6. It might be 26.
No 26 on there. So
Braxton Witzner.
yeah, Braxton Witzner will take the mound. We're going to take a break here. As Witzner takes his warm-ups, he's trying to keep this game from being a run roll right now. 8-1 is your score. We'll be back here in just a moment.
Everybody's talking about D3 Auto Sales in Des Arc. Little town, big dealership, okay? And I asked myself, what is it? Is it the pricing? Yes, the pricing. You can get one of these nice vehicles for not a lot of money. Don't be a loser. Follow us on Facebook, d3autosales.com.
Everyone tells you to think about the future, but we know there's growth in the journey. At ATU, we value this moment because here, nature becomes your classroom. So breathe it in. You've got this. Right here, right where you are. Focus on the now, because our focus is on your success.
All right, we're back here, and the new pitcher is Job Garrett, correct?
Correct.
So
Number
couldn't tell if it was 6 or 5, but he's got his hands full here. You've got the winning run at the plate right now with 1 out, and first pitch actually gets him. Looked like it might have brushed the jersey, and now we got bases juiced.
That's quite the offering on the first pitch. Just grazed the batter. That's
Yeah.
not always going to help the confidence. Now you got bases loaded, and the runner at second is going to be that game-winning run.
Well, it's 8-1 though, so we got to get to 11.
That is true. Yeah, so it'll be the runner at first.
Yeah. First pitch to Cy Davis is a strike.
I did forget about that lonesome run. I was thinking it was just to 10. So base clearing double or triple would end it here.
Davis looks at the offering. It's outside, a little bit low. Garrett just trying to do his best right now to keep this game going. Here's the pitch, a little off. 2 balls and 1 strike, getting into dangerous territory.
You got Lori says, "Go Bulldogs."
Here's the offering, and it's driven to the outfield. It's shallow. Probably going to get attacked. He left early.
Yeah, he left way early.
Well, he did that on purpose. So he tried to draw a throw. And
I think he would have made it anyway.
he might have. I probably would have. But that leaves 2 down now. Yeah, I think I probably would have just went ahead and tried to tag.
Because at this point, you're getting the second out anyway, so you're not really risking a whole lot because anything that's out now is ending the inning with
Right.
bases loaded. So you might as well just try to push one more run in.
Of course, they also see that, like you said, a ball in the gap wins the ball game. So maybe they're holding on to that.
And number 4, Clayton Lee, has a good chance to do that. We've seen he has some pop in his bat
You
today.
got to think that he's got his eyes lit up after the few hits that have been way out there.
The confidence for this
Yeah.
Bulldog lineup is definitely up. But with a new pitcher, and he does have a little bit of a peculiar, kind of out of the break, it's kind of has a little delay.
2 balls and no strikes here. That pitch is off the plate just a little bit.
About to have in jeopardy of walking in a run here.
Yep. And then you'd have coming up is would be Owen Coney, which drove the one out to left center field. There's a pitch right down the middle.
And you're never going to swing at that. There's no scenario where the bat's coming off your shoulders there.
Definitely not on that pitch. I figure.
Here, if it's good enough, you offer.
And he does. He gets a base hit into right center field.
They're going to ring around that run.
That's going to get 2. They're throwing at third, and he's going to be safe.
That was close. So the stand-up was a little risky. I think the slide would have been.
Yeah, they've got 11-1 on the board now. What am I missing here?
I believe that is just 10-1.
I believe it is just 10-1.
Scoreboard people are ready to get out of here. They're trying to.
A base hit will end the game.
Umpire just called 10-1.
Yeah. He's there.
So he's all over it.
So Concord trying to stay in this one now. You know, in this scenario, would you even think about possibly putting him on to load the bases to get the easiest out?
That is a possibility. That would also bring up Xavier Stobaugh and Owen Coney. Of course, we know he had that big hit last time. So the risk reward is definitely in play.
But Garrett has pumped in 2 straight strikes here. He's up 0-2, so no need to do that now.
But now also no need to give him a strike that's super close to the zone when you have a lot to work with. And if you do end up walking him, you're not mad.
Throws it in there, and that was a mistake pitch right there because, as you said, he didn't have to score or throw that ball. But it looks like Coney ends up with the game-winning hit, and the St. Joseph Bulldogs are going to move on into the semifinals. Well, they'll meet the Mount Ida Lions, and we're gonna allow these guys to shake hands. And we did talk to the teams, did we not? So it has taken a while for these teams to get up here. So you may have to wait for us to break the stream to get the St. Joseph players up here, up on the next game. If you see that we've broken the stream, then tune into the next stream where we'll bring it in. But we're going to try to keep this one open for a little bit to see if we can get the St. Joe players up here. 2 straight run rule wins there for the Bulldogs, and that gets them to the semifinals. And just hang with us here once again as we'll try to get some Bulldogs up here. And if we don't get them here, we'll get them at the beginning of the next game. So just hang with us. We're going to go to a bumper, and we'll be back here shortly.
Davis.
Yes, sir. Cy Davis.
Cy Davis? All right. So, George here, Coach Davis, Cy Davis. Yes. All right. Ready?
Sir.
All right. We're here on Arkansas Sports Network. I'm Caden Hauser, and we're here with the winning Conway St. Joseph Bulldogs. They are advancing to the state semifinal. I want to talk to you first, Coach Davis. What does it mean for this program just to advance here?
It's good. It's always good to keep building. We've been to the semifinals last what is this, four in a row, and can't get past Taylor. So made it to the finals last year with Taylor, and they beat us there. So we're just we're trying to take it one at a time here. Mount Ida is going to be good, so we're going to have to be dialed in and play some ball.
And in our last interview, we did talk to Mount Ida. They said they struggled with giving up too many walks today. If they have that same issue tomorrow, what are you going to do to capitalize on that?
Well, hopefully you come up with that timely hit. But really, we got to be patient at the plate. You go through the year. The zone has been typically a lot bigger than what we saw today. It was a tight zone, so Cy did a good job of pounding it there. We got to do a good job of being patient at the plate, seeing our pitches, and take them when we get them.
And George, talking about taking the pitches when you get them, you had one that you sent way out to left field. We've only had 3 hit that wall, or actually 2 hit the wall with no bounce, and you had one of them. What goes into the power in playing in this field? Of course, it's a huge outfield, just being able to stretch the field and get base knocks where you can.
Really just keeping it simple, keeping it up the middle. I went through a little slump in the middle of the season where swinging too hard, so just keeping it up the middle, working gap to gap really helps.
And then you were very aggressive on the base pads every time you were on. I feel like it was a stolen base, getting big leads. Where does that confidence come from?
When you start reading the pitcher, they come set and go at the same time, more than twice, and I typically go on them.
And then also on the mound, of course, y'all were making other pitchers frustrated just because of the aggressiveness. How much does that help y'all's game plan by being aggressive on the base pads and getting big base hits?
It's a big time because when you get runners in scoring position, and then the timely knocks come, timely hits come.
And then Cy, you pitched a beautiful game. I mean, it was absolutely beautiful. You also hit big in the lineup. What goes into making game day sure it's going to be okay when you get out there?
Just taking it one step at a time. Just waking up in the morning and telling myself that I'm gonna go out there and be the best that I can.
And then this was the quarterfinal, so 2 more games, or well, 1 more to the state final. I'm sure you're not going to pitch tomorrow, but being ready potentially for that state final if you get there, what's going to be in that preparation?
I mean, making sure I have my guys behind me and making sure I'm behind all my guys. We all play as a team and we all come up big.
And y'all are going to have a big game against Mount Ida as a team. Of course, Mount Ida's good. We saw them earlier today. If y'all win that, y'all could potentially advance to play Taylor. Like y'all's coach said, y'all have had struggles with Taylor, but if y'all meet in the state championship, it could be a different story. What can y'all do to change that?
Well, this is my first year playing high school baseball, and watching him growing up and watching them play Taylor, it's been a dream to play them in the finals, and it's our goal, and we're gonna do the best of our ability to get there.
And the St. Joseph Bulldogs, they will advance tomorrow here at the University of the Ozarks to play in the state semifinal. Catch it here on Arkansas Sports Network. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank y'all both. You did play?
Basketball?
Yeah.